Experiment, you will need a reflux kit, magnesium ribbon, ether as a solvent, 2-bromopropane, anisaldehyde, magnesium sulfate anhydrous, saturated sodium chloride solution, 2 molar sodium hydroxide, 1 molar phosphoric acid, some pH paper, separatory funnel, and an ice bath. Dry your glassware prior to use in a glassware oven. Set up a round bottom flask and condenser for a reflux experiment. The round bottom flask should have a small magnetic follower inside. Add 2-bromopropane, ether, and magnesium ribbon to the round bottom flask. Let it stir. Ultimately, this exothermic reaction will cause the ether to boil, which is why we have a reflux condenser. Reaction will become gray and boil. If it's slow to boil, add a crystal or two of iodine. That will spark the reaction. After 10 minutes of boiling, place the reaction in a warm water bath. Dropwise, add anisaldehyde into the top of the condenser so that it mixes slowly with the reactants in the reaction flask. Remove the stirrer bar and then pour the reaction flask's contents into an Erlenmeyer containing ice water. Put the contents in a separatory funnel and siphon off the bottom water layer. Wash the organic layer in turn with sodium hydroxide and then saturated sodium chloride solution. Both of these are going to be aqueous, so the organic layer will remain on top. Give these a good shake, let them separate. Keep the upper organic layer. Drain the organic layer into a small Erlenmeyer flask and then add just a spatula full's worth of magnesium sulfate. This is an anhydrous drying agent. You know that the magnesium sulfate has done its job when it no longer clumps at the bottom of the flask. Decant the ether layer away from the magnesium sulfate into a round bottom flask and then place that round bottom flask on the rotary evaporator. Evaporate the solution to dryness to recover the liquid product using a warm water bath on the rotary evaporator. Because we're evaporating ether, it is important to have an ice bath in the collecting vessel for the rotary evaporator. We don't want that ether going into the vacuum system in the lab. Record the infrared spectrum of your product.